with PJ Morton and the band at the Artist Factory in Atlanta with the show, and you guys just rocked it. I mean, I was moving. That movement. You saw me that? I got a little something with me now. I just gotta ask you, man, where did you find a pink members only jacket?
Believe it or not, I was a new owner, bought members only some years back, and I was wearing them quite often, and I guess people got pictures of me or whatever, and they actually endorsed me. And I was endorsed by members only for about a year, so I was getting as long as I did that. So I got leather ones, I got pink one, every color you can think of. So that was my thing at one point. So I still got them all in the closet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that definitely works with the fly nerd, because that's fly. That's fly. Now, what age did you start playing music?
I had to start playing keys when I was about 8. I started playing seriously like at 14. That's when I was playing for other people. So yeah, I say between 8 and 14. But 14 is when it got professional, when people felt they could pay me for it. Yeah.
Now, when did you kind of realize that it was not just a hobby anymore, but a calling?
I think 14 was just a special age period, because it's the age I started playing professionally, but it's also the age that I started writing songs and I started discovering how to express myself through words and music, because I was trying to write songs. Well, actually I would just do it for myself, and then I let somebody hear it and they thought it was good, so that kind of gave me the confidence to feel like I could do it for real. And from that point on, I knew I wanted to be a producer, a writer. You know, it wasn't quite a singer, but a musician, producer, and a writer at 14. Yeah.
So you wrote your first song at 14?
Probably a little before that, but that's when I got serious, and I placed my first song on this gospel record, this group Men of Standard, when I was 16. It came out, so that was my first real thing, real checks and real, you know, in stores and whatnot. Yeah.
So tell me what's happening now with the band. I mean, so much going on. Just kind of give me a little synopsis.
Well, we're going to LA this weekend to record a live album in LA, and that's going to be crazy. It's coming out, that live it's going to be PJ Morton live in Los Angeles, and that's coming out September 23rd. And then I'm working on a new solo album. It'll be my sophomore solo record that's coming out in the spring of '09, called Son of a Preacher Man, and it's just real. I'm really excited about that record, because it's different for me. A lot more beats going on. It's kind of like Kanye West meets Stevie Wonder type of vibe. I'm just really excited to let the world hear what's going on. You know.
That's all right. That kind of leads me into my next question. Kind of what do you consider your style?
My style. I mean, I've coined my music soulful pop music, and that's not necessarily genre specific, but soulful, because I always want to touch people with it and make sure people can feel it in their souls, and pop music because I always wanted to be popular. I don't ever want to be limited to one group of people, and being able for my songs to only relate to black people or young people or old people. I wanted to relate to everybody. I want to be popular, and I want my songs to be popular and touch the world on a broad scale. So soulful pop music is really what I call it. I'm definitely influenced by Stevie Wonder a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Who are your influences?
But then being a young man, you know, today's influences, the current influences, shape my style as well. So my influences are Stevie, of course. The Beatles played a big part in when I started to write music. Prince, as far as his live performance is concerned. I pulled different things from different people. Sting, I could go on. Bob Dylan, in his presentation. The list goes on and on. Currently, like Coldplay, you know, when I was older, Coldplay, even Kanye, just for pushing the envelope. So I can get with a whole bunch of stuff, you know.
That's all right. And I kind of want to know, you're so crazy popular in certain areas. So how do you what are your plans internationally, nationally? How do you plan on just letting the rest of the country know about your style and who you are?
Well, Emotions in '05. My record Emotions was #3. It was the #3 soul album in London in '05. So we've touched the international market. As far as my production and writing is concerned, I'm working a lot in the UK and India, and that's going to kind of broaden my audience as a producer, writer, and an artist, working with this Indian composer A.R. Rahman, who scored Golden Age, the movie about Queen Elizabeth, and Lord of the Rings. He's actually the #7 top-selling artist of all time. He sold 200 million records, and this record I'm co-producing with him and co-writing with him, and that's really going to kind of change the game as far as my international thing is concerned. And
that's so awesome. But I gotta ask you, I've been on your MySpace page. I don't know if you have lately, but there was a girl on there from Japan. Much shouts out to you. And she was like, "When are you coming to Japan?" So yeah. I gotta ask, when are you going to Japan?
Tomorrow. Yeah. Now I can't wait to get to Japan, man. I had a record come out in Japan in March, a Japanese release, and I'm ready to go promote it and go play out there. Like their appreciation for American music, period, is just a whole nother level. So I can't wait to bring this live thing to them. So hopefully in the near future, we don't have anything on the books right now, but to promote that record should be pretty soon.
Now, what advice could you give to upcoming songwriters and singers that just are looking at you and say, "Wow, how can I do what he's done?"
You know, I mean, the path I've taken has been, you know, sometimes the road less chosen, because sometimes people write songs for work and you got to get the bills paid, and you understand that. Like, I've had to do some of those sometimes, but the stuff I'm proud of is the stuff I did just because I just wanted to, and people happened to dig it, and it was successful, you know. So my advice would be to stay as true as you can, keep it as pure as you can, without having outside things coming in to affect why you do this, why you write that certain hook, why you write that certain verse. Just write what you feel, because sometimes we're writing stuff that we're like, that's on the radio, we need to do this because that's what people are listening to, and the idea that you might have that's pure may be the idea that people, that's the next thing. Like when CeeLo wrote Crazy, it was nothing like that on the radio, and it changed the whole game. And then the followers came after him like, yo, we got to do a Crazy.
First they thought he was crazy.
Yeah, like, oh, we need to write a Crazy. That's what's on the radio, but it wasn't before he did it. So you know, just try to do what's in your heart and do it just like that.
Hi, this is Sassy Chassie with PJ Morton and the band at the Artist Factory in Atlanta, chilling out on a recording session, listening to him and the band just jam. So rock with me as I rock with him, and keep tuned in, because we rolling, baby. Oh, we rocking, baby. Whoa.